Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Jeremy, founder of quickmail.io.
And this is Jack, Chief Lead Generation Officer at salesbread.com. Today, I'm pumped. We've got a conversation on how to speed up sales learning when you're doing outbound at your company and you want to very quickly figure out what you're doing wrong so you could start doing it right.
And we are going to do it in 10 minutes because it's only fair if we ask you to speed up your sales outbound process learning, then we're going to make it fast, right?
And Jeremy and I just keep jamming and riffing, and this could be a 40-minute episode, but we're curious if we can
No
pack it all
chance.
into 10 minutes. No chance.
I'm gonna put a timer. So this time,
Before or after the sponsors have their word?
go ahead. One-liner.
One-liner. If you need one lead per day, go to salesbread.com. Get in touch so that you don't have to do any prospecting, outreach, personalization, or all the stuff needed to get one lead per day. That's salesbread.com.
Brilliant. If your company needs scalable, reliable process for doing outbound by email automatically with good deliverability, go to quickmail.io. And if you happen to know a good developer that wants to work at quickmail.io, just go to quickmail.io/jobs. I know it's like extra one-liner.
It's extra, but okay, and appreciated. Okay.
All right.
Put 10 minutes on that clock, Jeremy.
You ready? I was going to start straight away. Ready?
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
Let's go. Boom.
Okay. Very nice graphic. Now, how do we speed up the sales learning curve? First of all, what's a sales learning curve? You just need to figure out what works so that you can scale that up. But at the beginning, you've got to arrive at, oh, okay, this works. How do you make that faster? That's what we're talking about.
Brilliant. So what you got? Quick.
I got one. The first thing you need to do is interview your current customers if you want to shorten your sales learning curve.
Nice.
Right?
I didn't get that one.
Oh, amazing. So we could talk about it. That's good. No, and specifically, I want to ask them 6 questions. So what problem did you have? Paint the picture. What kept you up at night? Got that from John Carlton, who's on our show. Thank you. Next, what was your company doing when you started looking for a solution? I'm trying to figure out how to build a list here. So it's like, oh, we just we just reached the 20,000 monthly visit milestone, whatever. Figure that out. Then what options do you consider so you can handle objections? Then where did you go to get help? Maybe you can find like partners who can refer you stuff. Why did you buy? This is not just benefits, but it's also like, why did it match your company specifically? Again, list building insight. And then last question, number 6, show your current customers, what do you think of these messages? They're going to tell you if they would have replied or not and probably help you fix them.
I love that. Asking your customers to judge your outreach. Good stuff. I'll do maybe an unpopular opinion. Is like, instead of actually accelerating the process, I'll accelerate or shortcut by getting better employee. And so that means making clear, it's an unpopular opinion, but I'll say make it super clear as to what the KPIs are, what you're trying to reach, and be ruthless if that person can't actually meet those standards. So an example from AppSumo.com, they grew with a CEO from, I don't know, 1 million to 100 million a year. And one of the things that impressed me was their KPI for salespeople were like, you close 2 deals in 2 weeks or you at. And so if you have that clarity as to what speed you should go at, then try different people, because some people will ramp up faster than others. So there you go.
And I'm wondering if they found their most productive salespeople happened to close 2 people in the first 2 weeks, and that was like their thing. So look for your thing. All right. So in other words, just put the right team in place first.
That's right. Yeah. Make sure the right
really,
people are there for the challenge, I would say, right?
I can't really argue with that, but I imagine if you're listening, you may not be ready to fire and replace before you're ready to call off outbound. I mean, do you have any advice for someone who's like, I don't know if my team's right?
Get 2 or 3 and figure it out, because it's going to be very obvious the one who can versus the one who can't, especially if you got like a tight timeline and you're like founded company, for example, they need to go very fast. And it's as long as it's clear, it's understood, it's whatever. So
Okay. So if that's the case, I'm going to throw in a wild card. This was not on my list of 4 here. You may want to just work with a really good agency who has, let's get specific, who has helped a company like yours, or maybe more important, who has cracked an audience that you're trying to go after,
Yes.
right? They've gotten meetings and responses from your end group. If it's CMOs or CHROs at corporate or solo founded, whatever, maybe work with an agency that's figured it out already. That will shorten your learning curve. Maybe just make sure they're not going to like want to be working with you for 6 months or monthly minimums or something, so that you can maybe just learn and then bring it in-house when you're ready.
Love it. I had this as well on my point. I will say if you work with a really great agency, they will tell you their process. And so then you can develop, similar process at your company. Like you can copy what they're doing. If they told you about secret sauce and stuff like that, just move away and find a different company. Yeah.
It's just hustling with smart list building and some decent writing. Okay, we're at 5 minutes, 39 seconds.
Looking good, feeling
good. Did the
good.
clock time? Did
I don't know.
the clock stop?
It seems like it's not doing every second for some reason. Man, this plugin is rubbish.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
okay,
let's carry on.
That's fine. It's still 5 minutes. What I've got
on Jupiter
next. Exactly. No, here's the next one. You want a short learning curve? Steal from your competitors. So one of the best places to go is see what your competitors are running in terms of ads, or sign up for their email list and see how they're promoting their services via email, or look at their homepage and your like service offering page and just go through their marketing materials. The more they're paying for ads, the more I would prioritize that. But really, like, you're looking for how they tell that story, what comes first, what's excluded. Go there.
Yeah, I think the timer is rubbish. That's probably the last time we use this timer. It's rubbish.
That's cool.
Like 4 minutes still. Anyway, so we're just going to end up our points and then start the episode. Dude, it's a 1-hour episode. Anyway, love it. It's great. We don't even think of the same thing. So I got reach out to your existing network, especially the second one and maybe the third layer, because then by just reaching out, that will sort of like help you doing the outreach. And so that will sort of like force you to get into sort of like process for doing the outreach, or at least you'll do it manually. And it's sort of a lower stake. And what you do is you basically reach out to people that serve a similar audience to you that also are doing outbound, and just ask them for like advice. Like, hey, look, I'm just starting at my job, or like, we're looking into going into outbound. You seem like you've been doing it for 2 years, whatever. And then I help you to also build a network at the same time. And sometimes it's fun. Sometimes you're going to get some great feedback, and potentially some people could poach to come and work at your company.
Okay. That's great. This dovetails with the next one on my list here, and that's seek out qualitative feedback, not closes, not actual won deals. What that means is, instead of sending messages that say, are you open for a discussion, you want to say, I'm looking to, I should clarify, instead of saying, should we talk about getting you set up with X solution, you should back way up in the sales conversation and say, I want to find out where companies at when it comes to blank, or I'd love to learn how companies addressing pain point, and start there. Right?
Love it.
Yes. Okay.
Another one, I'll say seek rejection. So basically send emails, seek the rejection in order to figure out and learn faster. I mean, we learn faster by someone rejecting us than actually someone being silent. So whenever you got rejection, you should actually, be happy about that, because then that gives you a chance to change your message and potentially engage with that person and say, hey, why is that? And they say, well, you guys don't do international. We have an international team. And it's like, oh, I didn't think of that. And that'll give you actually the idea for the follow-up,
I like that. I do like that. It takes some pressure off. Will people like this or hate this? But also, let's add, if you do get a win early on, interview the new customer too. Throughout the onboarding, learn what it was that you should do more of. Okay, I've got one more on my list, and maybe we're at 2 minutes and 4 seconds. Maybe we're at time. Who knows?
25 minutes.
After you've done, you've reached out, you've followed however many tips we just shared. When you're closer, you're going to launch just 2 micro campaigns to 2 different segments. A micro campaign just has 1 follow-up. So there's like 2 touches real quick, 2 different segments. So that's 4 total. You're going to write 2 campaigns with 2 messages each, and you're going to send that each to 2 different lists, right? And then each one's wildly different. You're going to be able to quickly see which one worked better. Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
So lots of variations and figure out which one works best. Okay.
Thank you.
I
Thank
got
you.
it. I got you. All right. Hey, we got still 1 minute. So it's perfect for me to throw another point, which is basically go through a course that helps you ideally from where you are to where you want to go. So an example is, if you're sort of like just starting or want your team up to speed, then maybe you could take course.quickmail.io. Shameless plug here, but it's been proven to really help people to really leverage their game and then being able to become really good at cold outreach. So that's something, if you got a little bit of money, that's something you can effectively go and do. And that's a fast.
Right. I think that's the alternative to working with an agency is if you'd rather not pay the monthly retainer, just take the course and do it in-house. Jeremy, I have no idea what time it is, but I think we did it.
We did it. 34
when there's
seconds.
A broken clock, it's easy to come in at time. But thank you. This was a fun rapid fire feel to speeding up sales learning. Thank you.
Totally, like put the bar really low, and so when you hit it, you feel good. Hey, look, we still had like 10 seconds, so awesome. Well, Jack, thank you for.
Should we wait for the clock to run out here? Okay. Are we gonna get fireworks or something?
I don't know what we're gonna say in between. So
right.
Anyway,
we might be here a while, but yeah, while the clock runs down, see you next time. Thanks, Jeremy.
Thanks, Jack.